Hello friends, my name is Emile and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic. This time, you lot have been waiting for this, haven't you? We are taking a look at one of the Pikes Peak Suzukis. This particular one is the 1995 Suzuki Cultus Pikes Peak version. Yeah, I can see why you lot have been waiting for these. The Pikes Peak cars in Gran Turismo 2 are legendary in how, well, kind of broken they are. Take a listen to these stats. 4-wheel drive, 786 horsepower, 873 kilograms of weight, and a hell of a lot of torque. Yeah. This should be quite fun. The Cultus, obviously, my heart is with the Escudo. I love the Escudo, but I do kind of like the way the Cultus looks more, just because it looks like a roided up Suzuki Swift, because it kind of is. Massive roof scoop on it as well. Anyways, it is going to have 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track to set the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is starting to run a little bit scared. It's a Daihatsu Sirion rally car, which is at a time of 29.420. It'll be interesting to see whether this car can beat that car. It remains to be seen. Let's have a look. So, first up, need to remember to brake super early for corners. The last car I drove was the Nissan Primera, which had 200 horsepower. This is not a Nissan Primera. This is a Suzuki Cultus with 1,000,000 horsepower. And yeah, you can just see it as it comes out the corners. The mighty acceleration this car gets is pretty phenomenal. A 31.071 opens up the lap times, which is always a great sign. Try and feather the throttle a little bit. Try not to go too crazy on it, of course. Now, admittedly, it is a harder car to drive than the Daihatsu. There is no doubting that. However, when you can do 0 to 60 in about a second, it doesn't really matter. Because, I mean, look at the insane amount of speed this thing gets. It is incredible. I need to sort of remember to, yeah, just feather it, be careful with it, try not to overstretch the car. It's just a point of you have to adjust your brain to these cars, because you do, like, the Escudo admittedly has extremely good brakes. The Cultus is probably the one that I drove at 28.726. Well, bye-bye Daihatsu. I hope you enjoyed your 10-episode reign. I'm sure that would have been more satisfying if it was the Evo still to beat, but never mind. Yeah. You know, the Cultus is probably the one, or it is the one that I drove the least out of the Escudo. I never really picked the Cultus up, just because the Cultus and the Escudo both cost exactly the same amount of money, but the Escudo is... It's better in every single way. I think this might be a little bit lighter, but even still... You know, I never really picked the Cultus up, and, you know, I can sort of, I think I drove it once, and I kind of didn't like it, just because, driving-wise, the Escudo is just much more controllable. It is better. It is just better. So, yeah. Unfortunately, the Cultus is a little bit of a black sheep out of the two, but I mean, still, nevertheless, people love this car. People really love the Cultus, and yeah, I mean, let's face it this way, right? The Escudo is the best car in the game, there's no question about that. The Cultus probably the second best car in the game, so, I mean, don't feel too bad for it. A 28.209 will end out the Cultus. Oh god. Well, that's 1.2 seconds quicker than our previous leader, the poor little Daihatsu. Yeah. That's why you lot wanted to see a Pikes Peak Suzuki. Yeah, I mean, you could go quicker in that thing. I sort of was hoping to get it into 27s, but maybe that's something we'll wait for the Escudo to do. Because I don't think anything is going to touch the Cultus until the Escudo goes round. Anyways, let's take a look at where this place is on our leaderboard. I bet you can't guess. Onto the leaderboard then, and well, there it is. First place, the Suzuki Cultus Pikes Peak version with a 28.209, trouncing our previous leader, the Daihatsu Surion rally car, by 1.2 seconds. Currently then, the Cultus holds the top spot on our leaderboard, but will it still be able to defend its top spot when its big brother eventually goes round the track? We'll have to wait and see. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Hot Lap Classic. If you have cards you'd like to request this series, you can do so in the comment section and go into the description for a full request list form. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, farewell.